I don't have pause with your ugly ass shadow in the in the door.
Did it?
Just stop when you're right there.
What is going on, everybody? We are.
Is that thing on?
It is.
That one's on.
Both of them are.
No, that one's on.
So we'll go this way. There we go.
YouTube, the back of Facebook, YouTube. Now that you guys have met.
Exactly. Everybody has met. Everybody is doing good. So we're back. FUBAR.
Better than ever.
Are we better than ever?
No,
not so much.
This show is pathetic. But the people demand it. So we bring it to them.
So hopefully we'll last longer than other ones. I mean, I don't think we can't get shut down over here, so we're good.
That's like the worst way to put that. Hopefully it lasts longer.
Maybe. But anyway, we are back. Is a week before Christmas. No, 2 weeks before Christmas. 2 weeks? 1 week.
A week and 2 days.
A week and 2 days.
So 9 days.
9 days.
9 days from Christmas.
Peg Leg says, are we all really back? No. Not really. No.
Well, by definition, you got the back of Facebook.
Exactly. So we are streaming on multiple platforms
because we are talented.
Exactly. We are not talented, just kind of remotely.
We're good at hitting buttons.
We are good at hitting buttons. Hold on, I'm gonna get this closer.
Come on in. Oh, now you're on top of Facebook, baby. Now you're on top
of Facebook. So YouTube came first. So y'all are on top.
Yes,
YouTube came first. So y'all are on top.
Don't worry. Don't last long according to show.
Yeah, we might. Anyway.
Don't worry, Facebook.
Anyway. But yes, Peg Leg, we are back kind of.
Well, I was here last week.
These are true.
I'm damn near here every Friday.
These are true.
Every Friday.
It was my fault that I was not here last week. Just I was doing trucker stuff. So I mean, it was interesting. I'll say that. It was
really. Where did you go, Sean?
North. I ended up going. Went out to Salt Lake. So as we know, the student situation. Before I do that. What's up, T. Martin? How you doing, man? You out there? He's out there doing that TNT.
Still knocking down the malls, dog.
Exactly.
Hootie.
Out there trying to make that money. Well, get to the point where you're gonna make the money.
Yeah, you got to run these last miles, man, before Christmas break. 9 days, knock it down, get halfway, baby. Well, he should be well past that.
I think. Oh yeah, he's definitely well past.
I forgot you came a long time ago.
But I wanted to go up to Salt Lake just because. We were kind of low on students, and there was a snafu that a student came here that was attached to me that we didn't know was attached to me. Then it was just a whole bleh.
How was Salt Lake?
Salt Lake was actually, I'll give a shout out to Salt Lake. Salt Lake was really nice. The drive there wasn't very nice. There was a lot of snow and ice. So this whole huge weather system that we're having on I-80 through Nebraska and Utah and all those northern states, I was a day ahead of it.
Ooh.
So I was lucky to get back.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, hey man, we ain't stopping. I don't care. Like where we stopped in Big Springs. No, we gonna super solo this back. I don't care. We are not gonna get stuck in this storm.
Right.
Like it was not the best. But when I was Salt Lake, went to the Salt Lake Christmas party.
Hey.
Yeah, that I will say, I've been to a lot of the prime parties. That one there was fancy.
Well, they do think they're better than us, so of course they.
Well, I don't even think the fact that they were better than us. One, this is the first party that I went to that Robert didn't own the venue.
Have you not been to one in Pittston?
No.
Already.
Yeah.
So basically, the only Christmas party you've been to
is
here.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, and Robert owns Oasis. So I always thought it would have been kind of right around the same as what it is there. but I was wrong. It was like super fancy.
So what you're saying is we get screwed.
Unless we start putting up a chandelier and start looking like the Great American Hotel, a little bit.
Oh, damn it, Rob.
That Great American Hotel, like in the way that he said it too, because he was sitting there, he was talking about it. He was like, wow, this place was really nice. I was waiting for him to be like, I don't think I'm going to buy it. But it was like the salad that they gave us, I think, and it was interesting. I'm sorry, I had noises that were over here to my right, and I'm like, what the hell is that? But they tried really hard to make this salad like fancy. So I mean, the traditional like Caesar salad it's a head of romaine lettuce on top of a giant crouton with a fire roasted little like Roman tomato and then like a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top. But it ended up looking like one of those salads that you get like from a pizza joint that don't normally give out salads. So they just give the discards of all like whole head of lettuce.
Right.
And it was very weird. But I know what they were trying to do, but
you failed.
I don't think it did not.
Fancy
it did
restaurant
not
with
get
a big chandelier. You failed.
It did not get to where they really wanted it to. I will say that it wasn't like super high up to where like to the salad at least to the prime standard. But there was a chandelier in there. Like it was like super fancy. They chartered a bus. Like the bus that they normally have for like the football teams and everything like that. Super fancy bus to charter us from the terminal to the Great American Hotel, which is in downtown Salt Lake. So we felt super fancy until they parked us. They parked us in the service entrance. So we had to walk in the back with all of the.
That's like some real casino type shit.
Like you was like walking in the back door. It was all like wow, like we can't even walk in the front door. Like, wow, this is how they feel about truck drivers. Damn, like this sucks.
We spent a lot of money to come through the back door.
Exactly, we're coming through the back door, just kind of like, hey, like we're walking by all the servers, like right by the kitchen.
Yeah, see you in a little bit, homie. I wish I would have went with you.
It was definitely a time, and then
I went and had Kobe. That would have been bad.
Kobe
was fun.
It was definitely it was I would say it was fun. It was really good. I think that the next Christmas party, which is going to be on the 30th, I think they have
that's what I heard
to step up to.
Must
you wouldn't like to look because they had fish. They had the steak, like the filet mignon, but then they had like white fish next to it.
Why would you put those two things next to each other? They are not the same.
It's surf and turf, but normally you just only do
it. Just surf. Anybody who orders surf and turf, make up your fucking mind. Okay, you gonna live in the water.
Well, you can't do steak and lobster.
Okay,
you can't do steak and lobster.
Fuck no. Pick one or the other.
See that this is just because somebody don't like, or it can't be.
No, because I can understand
seafood.
like I can understand like shrimp on the side of a steak or something, but like you try to get two different like steak and chicken. Like that's stupid. You don't do that. Where did I do that at? Let me get the steak with some chicken wings. You know, like nobody fucking does that.
I will give a shout out to TB. He do that steak and fish, or he does that spaghetti and fish. That's that weird stuff.
Yeah.
But let's get some of these comments.
He got that when he got abducted.
Damn, Timmy.
What did he say? I can't read because the mic's in the front.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Well, now you moved it far away, so you don't want people to hear me.
No, believe me. People can hear you.
Yeah, I'm a loud motherfucker.
Are you guys gonna get booted off tonight?
Are we?
No.
I don't understand.
Unapologetic. Everything got cut short yesterday.
Oh, what?
Oh, phone call came from places and security said no.
Oh.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I wasn't there. Sorry. Good thing I wasn't there.
You came in afterwards. Well, you came in the chat afterwards. The text chat. No, the text chat. You came in the text chat after like the showing of the photos and everything like that.
Right. I saw the photos.
Yeah. She was sending the photos like while we were during the live. Like, so we were wondering, like, you said, like, what the fuck is this? Like, I thought that you saw, like, Haley got cut off.
No, I just saw the photos.
Anyway, like, when did you get sick on your t-shirt? I didn't get sick on my t-shirt. I don't, like, it's a sweatshirt.
He went and got him a unicorn.
Exactly.
We just came back from questing.
I did.
Like, he got him one.
I did. I had to get the unicorn. Like, wow, that the polo guy really shows up here. But all right, hold on. Robert Lowe. It says Robert Lowe owns the Oasis. Yes, he does. He owns a lot of stuff.
I thought that was coming on.
Yeah, there's some students I had that they didn't even know that Robert owned Fire and Ice. So Fitz is hearing Ghost over his shoulder, run away fast. Yeah, like Santa was talking to me. Like,
why don't you move it over here so you could read everything too?
Hmm?
Why don't you move that over here?
I can read
where that little thing is.
So I can read because I can read it.
Apparently,
now
I got to do things by my damn self. I said
people,
by where the thing.
Now,
is.
what if people can't hear me?
They can hear you, bro. You damn close enough. Sometimes they don't want to hear you. You ever think about that? They just want to hear this guy talk because he's awesome.
Well, fine, it's your show.
I don't eat anything that comes out of the water. Holla Timmy Turbo, me neither.
Nope, it's your show.
Next,
clicking on shit.
Hit my button, man. Hit my button. Timmy Turbo, is everyone still at Prime that was on the stream?
As far as I know, I don't.
What was y'all talking about?
Honestly, there was nothing. There was nothing that was really said on there that was out of the norm for a regular show. Like there really wasn't.
Were they in the room?
They're in the
Oh, that's probably got it.
But it is what it is. So we'll find out. But yeah. So Christmas is coming up.
Ho, ho, ho.
So a lot of drivers will go out there. They'll be like, this is a big time. They want to get home for Christmas. There's some drivers that can't. So there's the incentive thing that we talked about a couple weeks ago. That was the.
Why don't you revisit that situation for those that may not have been present?
I don't know, because the flatbedders get kind of.
It is Christmas, so give them the present.
I mean, the flatbed don't get no presents.
We don't need them, bro. You all act like we work for Christmas. You lost your damn mind.
But anyway, so
that's y'all reefer jobs.
There is the incentive this year. It's not like what it has been the last few years, to where they give you a set amount of money for running during that allotted time period, which usually ends up being about 2 weeks. It can be like running through Christmas and New Year's. What they're doing this year is they're doing a contest or a raffle, if you will, that as long as you run, I think it's from I gotta get the actual dates. I know that, what's his face? Put it on there last time. Dale put it out there last time. I can't remember the exact dates, but I know that it is basically running the week of Christmas through like the first week of January. If you run during those days, you get an automatic entry into this raffle for every day that you run during that deal or during that time period. You get an entry into this raffle. Now, this raffle has several different prizes, ranging from 100 Prime points to where you can use it in the Prime store, which is kind of redundant because it's going right back to Robert.
Yeah, but like I tell people, man, like that's $100 he didn't have to give you.
Yeah, that's true. Then, so you have that tier. Then it goes up to $1,000, or if you're a lease operator, basically a lease payment is forgiven off of that week.
Wow.
And so, if your company, it ends up basically being $1,000. They'll give you $1,000 cash.
No. $1,000 in a check.
$1,000 in a check? $1,000 cash. It said cash.
So I imagine that cash go, because I ain't never seen them give cash. Well, I saw them give Linda a check.
Yeah, that was a check.
I saw them give some $1 million a check. Maybe it's a check.
It might be a check. So
I don't see why they don't give the lease guy a check. Do what you want with it.
Well, because there's basically, hey, they know exactly what they're going to do with it. They're going to pay that lease. See, that payment's going to come out. That payment's coming regardless.
Right, but it's less work I got to do because I know I got $1,000 in my pocket right now.
Right.
Anyway, carry on.
So then you get the next tier, which is $5,000.
I wouldn't want to win those though.
So you got the next tier, which is $5,000.
Like if I ran through Christmas, and then I got 100 prime points for that, when I know I could have got that other stuff,
yeah,
I'd be upset.
But what if somebody ends up winning?
This is why I'm glad I'm not doing it.
What if somebody won the $100 or won the $1,000 and they also won the grand prize?
Ooh,
because they have multiple entries, so you can get picked multiple times.
Yeah.
So like next you have.
Yeah, but how many people are out there though?
Quite a bit.
That's what I'm saying. It's a big number.
Yeah.
Like you're talking at least. I guarantee you, there's going to be at least 1,000 tickets in there.
Yeah, I would.
If not 2 or 3.
Yeah,
that's a lot. So as you say, you get multiple tickets, but against 3, like you stayed out for a week. That's 7 tickets.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like against 3,000 other people for a dude who stayed out twice.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
so the next.
This is why I'm glad we're not a part of this.
The next tier is $5,000. So you have a chance to win $5,000, and that goes also for lease and company.
Ooh, I can win 5G.
Yeah. And then your grand prize is one of 3 brand new Dodge Ram pickup trucks. Now these Rams, they're fully loaded. Like I've seen them. They're all Laramie. They're leather, flipping. Like those are expensive trucks. And they got 3 trucks. So they got 3 grand prizes that they're going to end up giving out. So that is the holiday incentive for Prime this year. Now, if you're a TNT student, you are not eligible for that prize.
How do they do it for a team truck though?
Split the truck in half.
No, like that. You know what I mean? Like
I would assume each person.
Driver?
I would assume each person gets an entry.
That's a good question. I don't know if anybody asked that today at morning meeting, but they should have.
Probably. Or
if I was getting an incentive and I was running a team, I would want to know.
They might want to ask next week.
But that's the fleet manager.
Yeah.
Not that any of you people.
Not like the fleet managers are even going to know. They're going to have to go back. That's a good question.
Thank you. Now go ask somebody, fool. Do your job. Scurry. Scurry.
But that is the holiday incentive for Prime this year. Now, there's a lot of people that have been upset about it because normally Prime does give a set amount of money if you run during that time, but that's just not happening this year. So, I mean.
But here's the thing, and they say this all the time going into it. You know what I mean? Like last year they did the same thing and it was going to be difficult. You know what I mean? Like the year before was going to be difficult because of COVID and stuff.
Right.
They get that bonus money from the shippers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's not coming out of Prime's pocket. Like,
well, this year Robert took a gamble because the thing was the customers weren't requesting the same capacity that they had previously.
Because they don't have it.
But Robert was banking on the fact that they're still going to need us. So that was
and it's not that we're not needed to move the freight.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so that need is kind of still there, but it's not as high of a necessity. You know what I mean? Like as it has been through the years. You know what I mean? Like, so the shipper's like, hey, if you move it, great. If you don't, it's whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we're normally like, yo, we really need this to go. You know what I mean? Like, and Rob's like, well, why do my drivers want to be out for the holidays?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
you gotta give
well,
incentive.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, well, we just need that freight to get. That's cool. You want it to go, you're gonna have to put some money up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and so I feel like the shippers probably weren't paying, and Rob was like, well, we still need to move this freight. It's gonna be good freight.
Right.
I mean, like, so your rates are gonna be for you lease guys, the rates are gonna be better anyway.
Right.
Through these little seasons to pick up these loads, they're gonna mess around with the rates a little bit on that. So you know what I mean? Like it will be a little bit higher. You know what I mean? Like, but because we don't have a bonus from the shippers, you know what I mean? Like we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do this instead. So at least they're doing, and for like as Smoke always said, or Dirty always says, you know what I mean? Like this is your damn job. Like you think them kids wanted to work how many people do you think want to work Christmas Eve? But they gonna be there so you can buy the batteries that you forgot, that you can get all of these. Nobody wants to work through the holidays, but your job requires you to. So at least there's a chance for you to get something.
I will say this: when
Walmart ain't giving them cats bonuses.
When I went to Dollar General on Christmas, or not Christmas, but on Thanksgiving Day, like that dude did not look very happy. That dude did not look very happy behind that cash register.
Right, like
he was a little pissed.
That's the thing is like you think any of these people because I always laugh at that nonsense, man. Like dudes
Right.
are like, oh, it's wrong for me to have to work Black Friday or on Thanksgiving night and blah 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 blah. Yeah, but you sure shit went to the gas station, filled up, bought a pack of cigarettes, got you a soda. That you think it's not okay for that dude to have to work?
Right.
Like that's okay because it's a you thing. Like
Right.
get out of here, man. Like anyway.
Now that Justin's gone off of his rant,
I'm not a part of this bone. But I'm always thankful because Rob always gives us stuff, man. Like he always makes something worth it. Like I tell people all the time, I might have a lot of issues with Prime sometimes, man. But the way this man runs his business, you know what I mean? Like now, some people underneath Rob, right? Like y'all suck. A bunch of you suck. You know what I mean? Like you are not executing what this man wants you to do. You know what I mean? Like stop worrying about your pocket. Start worrying about the company's pocket. A lot of people are focused on their shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, this is a team shit. Nobody's above the shield, bitches. And my hand moves slower here than it does up there. And it's really weird. Anyway, off my tyrant.
Okay.
Off my tyrant and my nose up in Rob's butt.
But
it's really nice.
So flatbed is not involved in it. I'm not sure if intermodal is involved with it. I would assume not.
I would assume so.
But he said it was the reefer side, so they could also include a reefer. I don't think tanker is even included with it. But I think it's only
they should be too, because like again, like all you and tanker are more connected than like I don't know how tanker is connected with us, like for whatever fucking reason. Maybe because we're just the small division.
Probably,
you know what I mean?
I think that's how it normally goes.
But
a
like
lot
they
of
have
accounts,
more product movement with under
a lot
your
of
shit.
A lot of our accounts run concurrently with tanker. Like the same places where we pick up out of also have a tanker that picks up there as well.
No, a lot of them jump off, so they'll take the chocolate to the place that makes the cookies that they put on the package.
But I also mean Cargill, like you pick up from Cargill, they pick up from Cargill, and so do we. So I mean, there's sometimes like we pick up from the same place. I mean, I'm not picking up the same place that flatbed is. I know that.
Vans do,
except for onions. That's the only thing.
And they can keep them bitches. Dear Mr. Murray. Not interested.
So it says, hold on.
Quit reefer for a reason. That's what I told him.
Robert, no, we already did that one.
I don't think anything comes out of the water.
No. This thing was still, yep, okay. So I was a bit confused watching last night's on replay. For a minute, I thought someone was fired. As far as I know so far, no one has been fired. FBG.
FBG, brother.
We're going to click off of that. Hey, unapologetics here.
Hey, do you still work here, bro?
Apparently, he still is.
Well, I don't know. Just because he's on the stream don't mean that he's still working.
Reefer division only.
Get out.
So entry.
That's because we don't work through the holidays.
Entry per person, even if it's a team truck. See, that's what I kind of figured. So that's 2 entries.
Figured. He knows. You figured.
Yeah.
There's a difference between the two of you. Get your shit together.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Mr. I was part of the dab.
So are you.
That's what happens when you get thrown off.
And so is he. But so are you.
I'm not paying attention to bonuses. Weren't you there when Wiki tried to convince me to come reefer to get the bonus? And I'm like, no, thank you, sir. Like, I'm okay. I'm good.
I'm built like a refrigerator. Like, well, I'm like, wow, refrigerator is one fucking word, dude. Dirty, does that count? What the fuck?
He's built like a reefer.
Yeah, he's built like a refrigerator.
Right.
Dirty,
meaning reefer, does that count? So can he get?
No.
Because the other clue turbo is you have to work here.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
You don't get to go work. You know, like, hey, Rob, I worked. Might have been at the tables, but I worked. Does that count?
But also, like, everybody's trying to get, like, some people are trying to get home for that whole Christmas side of it. And that, I think that it does.
We don't try. We go home.
Yeah. Well, I go to my truck.
What is that? Reefer flatbed division. We don't try to go home. We go home.
Right. Well, I think that also there's sometimes that people are they're hung up on the actual date of things. Like, there's sometimes you can celebrate Christmas. It doesn't necessarily have to be on the 25th.
Or I need to get in the habit of buying shit after Christmas.
Yeah, you might save some money that way.
Yeah.
Like a
My
lot.
kids are too old for this nonsense now.
Yeah.
Wife ain't never gonna let that happen. But she already mad.
It's her move. They say, yeah, Dirty's laughing at you, like a lot of us are.
As usual.
What's going on, Stephen? FUBAR. Yes, sir. We are here.
FUBAR. That's the wrong foo, though.
No, it's still foo. FUBAR.
It's
FU.
FUBAR.
Right. But he can't. I don't think FU might have come across differently.
That's okay. FU. That's how we roll over here.
But so yeah, Christmas, all that blah 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 stuff. I was feeling this week after like driving through the snow and listening to Sirius XM. I actually subscribed to that. I was listening to football.
Oh yeah, tell the people. Tell the people what you told me.
Free for 3 months. I'm sorry, not free. $1.25 for 3 months. They're running a promotional deal. If you have not registered your radio for Sirius, you can go ahead and do that for $1.25 for 3 months. It's actually pretty damn good. I was listening to that all the way from Salt Lake. My student he was getting kind of annoyed because all I did was listening to the football stuff, and he's not a football guy. So I was listening to that, and I was listening to some Freightways news and all kinds of stuff. He was just like, "Can we just listen to this, like something else?" No. So when you get your license, you can choose what's on the radio.
So we were talking about this the other day. So you didn't get him off of Match.com because that's what they use. They use the Match.com system. Yeah. So since you're missing a few things, we have figured out if you're missing a few things and things don't line up, you didn't come off of Match.com. You came off of Tinder.
That's why I prayed.
That dude
there was some swiping.
That dude came off of Tinder, huh? Didn't come off the Match.com.
No. But so
my last couple have been off of Match.com. Like my last few. I've had quite a few Tinder dudes.
His first, like you should have seen this guy's eyes, man. The first, like his first day of meeting me, it was going to the Christmas party. So like this dude is, because I'm talking to Robert, I'm talking to Bill from security, I'm talking to all these guys, and this dude's eyes are like this. He was like, I don't want to talk to nobody. Like you know way too many people. Like yeah. And I also showed up like this. So I showed up, and when I entered the room. So the thing was, it's like he didn't realize it. I asked him, me and the director of security were messing with him, and I was like, so if you looked around in this room right now, like which person do you think would actually, like, you think that the CEO is here? And he was like, no, I don't think the CEO is here yet. And he's like, he's right behind you. He turns around, and Robert's just in like traditional type Robert like attire. Like he does have like a jacket on, so I mean it is a little bit more formal. But he was
probably because they made him.
Exactly. But like it's like he was very surprised. He was like, like that, like yeah, that's him. He's like, oh, he goes up to him, is like, because Robert said he's gonna shake everybody's hand as you go in. And he was like, Thank you, sir. Like he hadn't given you a job yet. Take shit.
Earn that shit, motherfucker.
But like that was his first introduction to Prime was the party.
Nice.
So I mean that's not one incentive to stay. I don't know what the hell is. Maybe more money. But I would I was listening to some of the football games coming across, and I was listening to the Rams game whenever Baker did that 98
Baker
yard.
did his thing, son.
Dude, I will give it up to Baker. Holy shit.
Yo, but now he's got to redo it.
He does have to redo it. He has to stay up on that upper echelon and show like that type of productivity that he did on this game. But to come 48 hours and to be like in it for 48 hours, and you've learned the playbook and you've learned all of that.
He didn't learn that playbook.
Like, all it was ones and twos. Like, hey, do 3. That's it. But it's like
they 3 plays.
Exactly. It's like, hey, it's almost kind of like backyard football. Hey, you're gonna run this way, you run that way, and I'll try to get you the ball.
He knew 3 plays, and then they would give him the call and say like, hey, 4x3 whatever the fuck football talk. I never played, so I don't know. You know, hey, just hand it off. Just hand it off. You know, the rest of the team knows what to do from the code. You just gonna hand this dude the ball. You know, he's like on your right side. You're fine. You know, so he probably made the call, and the running back was like right side.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. The rest of the team did some shit.
Don't worry. When you're trying to throw it to Cooper, he'll wave his hand in the air.
That's a negative, sir, because Cooper is not playing.
That's right. He was hurt. Never mind.
He's on IR.
Oh, too bad.
It's a sad day for me.
But yeah. But
that's why I'm not even trying anymore. Because he was my only reliable dude on fantasy. You know what I mean? So
that I will say that to listen to it, I thought they were cooked. I thought the Raiders had them, and I was like, when he started coming back down the field, 98 yards, because it took a hell of a bounce. Like that punt took a hell of a bounce and put it like inside the 5, and I'm like, oh wow, like there's no way. Like this is like Brady material. Like this is like you're gonna just stay back there,
right?
And just caught catch after catch. Now the zebras did help him a little bit. I did think that there was some like.
Did you watch it though?
I was listening to it. Also, I watched the highlights afterwards. Like there were some questionable calls, but I mean the pass interference is what really got him. But that was a late pass interference call. But
was it pass interference though?
Wasn't it pass interference or no? It was. What was it? Personal or for unsportsmanlike conduct? Either way, it was 15 yards and a first down. But then just throwing bombs and these guys are catching these balls, and I was like, wow. I was very, very. I was
going to say Baker has the long arm. You know what I mean?
Baker does have the long arm, and I think that's where he thrives in that type of hurry up offense.
Here's what I know though, based on LA's move to get Baker, is they gave up on Odell.
Yeah.
You actively went to go get Baker. You gave up on Odell.
Yeah.
He worked hard to get out of that situation.
The Niners are actually looking at Odell. So there's talk that the Niners are.
There's talk that the Bills are looking at him. But his rehab is off.
No.
So now it's not even guaranteed you get this dude in the playoffs.
Now
they're saying his rehab is off.
Now the Niners, NFC West champs. Not the best division, but hey, I'll take a championship anytime whenever it's connected to the Niners.
Yo, AFC losers. Number one, right here. Number one losers. These guys are. Let's go Texans.
But I will
with
say,
the bull, you get the horns.
I will say, the Niners are on a run right now. Like that, having the number one defense in the freaking NFL is insane. Like these guys, like this. And Purdy jumping up to where he did, and
Mr. Relevant,
he's definitely relevant now. And freaking McCaffrey, he's really he's blown through some fucking holes, man.
He's always done that though. You just don't realize it because he played for the Panthers,
right? And this guy is just it's everything is starting to come together, and thank God everybody is staying healthy. Please,
except for your fucking quarterbacks.
We don't have any more, so this dude has to stay healthy.
Trey, he hurt his pec muscle, bro.
He hurt his oblique.
It's oblique.
He's oblique, but he's better. He did good. He did good last night, so we good. He messed up his oblique. But we're good. He had an MRI. Everything was clear. We're good. So, the thing was, you can't go back to Garoppolo because Garoppolo got broken foot. And you can't go back to Trey because Trey he's done.
And that leads us to this question that's a big question that is out there. Is what do you do at the end of the year?
Release Jimmy.
Right.
Release Jimmy.
What do you do with Trey?
Keep Trey on as
isn't that... I would almost...
They have too much invested in Trey. They cannot just let him go.
I don't know, but I think Jimmy would be less controversy than Trey. If you think Purdy's a guy and
Purdy is a first rounder. Well, not first round, but he was still
Mr. Relevant.
He was the
last
pick in the draft, but he's still picked in the draft though.
Right, the last guy to be picked in the draft. That's why you get that jersey.
Sometimes
you were the last guy picked.
sometimes, he.
But I'm just saying though, like when you have a first rounder that you gave 3 picks up for, but this guy's your starter that you picked up at the very end of the draft.
Let's be honest though, no one really thought that Trey Lance was really going to be a first rounder, because the thing is,
But he was.
But look at why. The thing was, he came out of North Dakota. Like the thing
Let's
is,
not talk about what nobody thought. Let's talk about the fact that y'all drafted that dude.
Yeah.
Gave up 3 draft picks to get him.
Yep. That's why I said we cannot let him go. We cannot let Trey go, because the thing is, we have too much invested in him. But who's to say that we can't put him on? We can't put him on the bench. Use Purdy as the starting QB, or do a 2 QB set.
But the 2 QB set thing is whatever. But a lot of people will dispute that. You know what I mean? Like based on, you know what I mean? Like consistency, timing, this, that.
Well, consistency, timing, everything like that. But the thing is, somebody has to do it first.
Yeah, I that's a whole nother conversation. But you know what I mean? Like you can't. Like it's gonna be rough. And at the present moment, you know what I mean? Like if he's gonna make a good recovery and
right,
you know what I mean, like he's a decent quarterback, you can at least trade him to get picks. So at some point you have to say, like, because you can't, because in that same breath that you invested too much into keeping him, how do you let him go?
Right.
Like that's what you're saying, right? But in the same breath, if you put that much in him, how the fuck you keep him on the bench?
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. He's going to go out there. He's going to get hurt in the preseason.
And now, don't you wish you would have traded him and got something back for him?
But the thing is, what are you going to get back for him?
He's useless to you anyway.
But the thing is, what are we going to get back for him? Because we can't go based on the fact that because he was a first-round draft pick, we can't use that because he hasn't shown first-round draft pick potential.
But if you can get a second or third-round pick.
But the thing is, but now we're looking at projection on picks. We need actual freaking players. And the thing is, our depth chart for QB has never been that good. We may have 3 people, but they all end up getting fucking hurt.
Right. Look, you got Purdy.
Right.
I mean, like I would try to trade out Jimmy, get another first-round pick. He did enough this year to say that a confident team could get him.
I see. The thing is, I don't even know. Like I
don't hurt yourself, bro. Because the Jets are in the same boat you motherfuckers are in when it comes to that.
Like I don't think
Zach Wilson. Yeah. Zach Wilson's gonna have to start this week.
Oh.
Because Mike White can't get cleared. He's been to 10 doctors, bro, and they won't clear him. That motherfucker is trying. And that dude is
going to go down.
Did you see the hit on that dude?
No.
That dude, they folded that dude in half. Like, he hit him right here and shattered his fucking rib. Like, I mean, the linebacker came through clean, bro, and just straight shot to him and folded Mike White, who made the pass. You know what I mean? Like, and he got hit earlier from the side, nowhere near as clean as the first shot where he hurt himself. You know what I mean? Like, was out for 2 plays, came back in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and then you got that, and then he gets folded, and now he's sitting there going to 10 different doctors, 2 handfuls, trying to get himself cleared to play in this game. You know what I mean? Like, while Zach Wilson is up there saying, not really our fault. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't let the defense down. You know what I mean? Like, we're just not doing that well. And Mike White is like, yo, look, I can throw. You know what I mean? Like,
that reminds me of who was that last year that did that? Like when he got slammed, and like you could tell it wasn't Aaron. I was trying to think of who it was that did that last year. That still ran down Bill's quarterback.
Josh Allen?
Yeah, Josh Allen did that last year. Like he got fucked up. Like he got hit really fucking hard. Like he had like his shoulder was dislocated or some shit.
Right. Here's the short of it.
He's not really folded up.
Boom.
Oh, that's a little more.
When you see it from the side, dog. Boom.
Oh yeah, no, that's an ouchie.
Look, it's in his face.
Yeah, that's an ouchie. I will say that. So let's catch up on some of these.
He's still trying to play.
Steven fixed himself. He's a fahol. Bahar.
Oh, you're sophisticated.
So unapologetic instructors. This goes out. So this is a public service announcement. Unapologetic instructors, 18:30 Eastern, Thursday and Tuesdays weekly at conference room at new location.
And so this came down to what we talked about previously about what was said.
Right. So nobody's been fired. It's just going to be at a new location, away from prying eyes. Truckers only. LOL. Raiders suck, man. The only reason the Rams won, I don't know, man. The Raiders were doing fairly decent during that game, but the thing was, like, were
they doing decent, or do the Rams just suck that bad?
No, they're beating the Raiders. The Rams won.
Either way, they both suck.
But
fair shout out to Timmy Turbo.
Justin, if you had the matches on Match and Tinder, you'd have any matches on Grindr.
So is that a step down or something?
That's flatbed Grindr.
Oh, I see what you. Yeah, I like it. Good job, Peg. Like FPG.
It says, I wish the Raiders would have moved back to Oakland. Or it said, I wish the Raiders would move back to Oakland. They have ruined my town.
What'd they do, Timmy? How'd they ruin your town?
I mean, you did bring a whole bunch of felons into. I mean, you already had a bunch of felons that were in Las Vegas.
Look, bro, Vegas has no room to talk about felons. Okay, although they did have that one guy who fucking destroyed a bunch of shit driving really fast down the highway. But
I say 49ers need to bring Montana out of retirement. No, because then he can get hurt.
if he's not dead, you're gonna leave that part.
If he's not dead, Montana's not dead. I mean, hell, Steve Young still looks like he's young, but I mean that dude's like.
Well, if you listen to Nick Wright, you know what I mean? Like, that dude would tell you Montana could play in that system. Mm-hmm. So he's not saying it's the quarterback. He's saying it's the system.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, the system is operable by anybody. So he's not giving Purdy his fucking due. He's not giving Trey any due, and he's not giving Jimmy any due. He's saying Shanahan's system just fucking works.
Right.
Like, these dudes don't have to actually make throws.
Trey Garofalo.
For Russell Wilson?
For Russell Wilson? No, thank you. We're good.
Peg Leg is a Broncos. Aren't you a Broncos fan, bro?
The thing is, man, I will tell you right now, the Niners will never pick up Russell Wilson because of the fact that he was a Seahawk. Like, you will not, like, you will, yes, we picked up Richard Sherman after he was, when he was a Seahawk. But the thing was, we will not pick up Russell Wilson. Like, there is too much bad blood within that organization that do not want anything to do with Russell.
Not to mention, ain't nobody taking Russell's contract.
No, I don't think the Seahawks going to take that shit back. Like, nope. Mm-mm.
Well, they extended him. They gave him $160 million extension, dude.
Houston might.
No, we're not. No, thank you. Wait, have a good day. I said no. I said good day to you, sir.
My mom said the foosball's the devil.
Your mama lied.
Mama lied.
Mama also told me not to get a Roy Orbison tattoo on my butt.
But what mama don't know won't hurt her. Don't do it. There goes what's getting kicked off. There we go.
I do not have the tattoo. So it's not helpful.
But looking at the picture now, obviously Niners are locked into playoffs.
Woo woo, go Niners!
Yeah, like I'm very happy with how the Niners are going. Like I'm very, very happy. Let's look at the picks for the week. Where's the roster for?
Oh, are we gonna pick games?
Let's pick games.
Let's pick some games. All right, let me go ahead and pull this out. NFL.
This is turning into FUBAR Football Friday.
And dear Verizon, can I get my thing back? What are you doing to me, man?
I
can't watch
says
the
I am a
local
Broncos
game no
fan.
more, bro. That's stupid.
He said I am a Broncos fan. Wilson's contract is too fat for anybody to pick up.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I don't know.
Good. But
I don't know. The Broncos might put it on great value.
That's what I'm saying. Like to be honest, is there a better spokesman for Walmart than Russell Wilson?
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's where Russell's going to be if he keeps acting the way that he is. He's going to be a greeter at Walmart.
Yeah, he's going to have to redo that contract again. All right. So just because my phone is stupid and my favorite team is Houston, it starts out with that game. So Chiefs versus Texans.
Oh, we already know that one.
Presently, the Chiefs are 10-3.
Right.
And the Texans are 1-11-1.
So the thing is,
we're 1-1-1-1.
So we're look at it this way. This is the time of the year where you get those upsets. This is the time of the year where you get those type of Cinderella teams that come in that don't have any kind of playoff aspirations, and they just fuck somebody's world up. This is what usually happens around this time of the year. But that being said,
you think that team's going to win?
I am still going to go Chiefs, even though I hate the Chiefs, and I will be rooting for Houston, but I still see the Chiefs pulling that out.
Yeah, I mean, but bro, we almost beat Dallas last week.
That's not saying much. Timmy Turbo says Texans.
Yeah, let's go Texans.
So what's next?
Well, we need to write these down. I'm going to go with the Texans just because that's my team. Colts versus Vikings.
Colts versus Vikings. So they're in Minnesota. Let me see. You said Vikings was second.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're
the second person is the home team?
Yep.
Oh, so I mean, we are playing in Houston too. So that's
I still don't think that's going to be
It helps.
So Colts.
Doesn't hurt.
Colts and Vikings. I see the Colts pulling that out.
Because the Vikings are in a downward spiral.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, now, it doesn't make logical sense. The Vikings should definitely win. They got some things to make up for after last week. I'll go Vikings here. Although, Jeff Saturday, man, I love the story. But vote with your mind, not with your heart.
Timmy Turbo says Colts.
I'm going with the Vikings. And he's in Vegas, so he knows the odds and stuff. Ravens, Browns. Ooh.
Tires are itching to lay down some rubber. I'm out. If you know you ain't laying down any rubber, that you ain't burning out in that thing, buddy. But he's like, I'm out of 5,000. Hey, we'll see you later, Steven. I appreciate you coming in, man.
Ravens, Browns.
Ravens, Browns.
I'm gonna go Ravens.
We'll see. So
Deshaun Watson. This is his third week.
This is his third week back. He hasn't been performing the way that they would have wanted him to be. But honestly, that they've been overhyping this dude the entire fucking season.
They were overhyping him when he played for us.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the highlight reels that people were showing when he was going to Cleveland and all that was fourth quarter, we're down by 26. You know what I mean? Like, you know what the defense is going to give you? Some plays. You know, like they're going to let you play a little bit. And that's not to say he's not a good quarterback. He's just not what people make him out to be.
Right.
Because don't forget, like, because old Tim Holiday Taylor loves to say, you know what I mean? Like, man, he balled out over there, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just a team. Okay, well, he played with Hopkins. He had Hopkins, and he didn't do nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so.
I think that with that one, I think I might have to go with the Ravens.
Smart choice. Dolphins, Bills.
Bills.
Falcons.
To Tua, whatever his fucking name is, even though like as good as what he is, he's still fucking loopy. So I still see the Bills.
The big thing on him that I've been hearing here lately is he's 0-3 in games under 50 degrees.
Yeah, we're gonna go with freaking Bills on that one.
Falcons, Saints.
The Saints are on the downward spiral.
They're supposed to start Ritter this week for the Falcons.
I'm gonna go Falcons.
I'll go to Falcons too. Steelers, Panthers. Sam Darnold starting for the Panthers since they got rid of old Baker.
I'm saying the Steelers.
Bakey.
I would say the Steelers.
Yeah, let's go to the Yinzers. Let's go Yinzers. Eagles, Bears. The Bears.
Yeah, I'm looking. Well, yeah, Jalen Hurts he ain't been doing too much this year.
Too much. They're 12-1, bro. Going against a 3-10 team. Now, granted, it is in Chicago, but Philly's not warm either.
No, not at all.
You can't say the man ain't been doing nothing.
Yeah, I'll have to go with Philly.
We're missing. Turbo's picking these games too.
Turbo says Ravens,
even
Dolphins. Wow.
Oh, that's it. That would be a big upset, and they need the win.
Falcons, Steelers, Eagles. So he's kind of going concurrently with most of our picks.
I don't know, man. He went
Except
Dolphins.
for the Dolphins. Like that, we're going to call that a typo.
This is a big game. This is a big game that a lot of people causing controversy here. You know what I mean? Like lately. and I'm interested to see what old Turbo says. Cowboys, Jags.
Jags.
You think so?
I'm thinking. I think the Jags. One, not just because of my fantasy football freaking the fact that I'm starting Lawrence, but I think that I want to go with the Jags on that.
That's what I'm thinking too. I think the Jags are going to win.
Yeah, I'm thinking Jags.
Oh, Timmy Turbo
going Cowboys.
Going Cowboys. We're going to have to write these down.
Yeah.
Next game. As old Pat McAfee said, two of the same olds that could be two of the new. Lions, Jets. Same old Lions, same old Jets. But, and like I said, Mike White fighting to get in, but it looks like it's a Zach Wilson start. Thank you, Tone, for the Pat McAfee show.
Jets.
I'm going with the Lions, baby. Lions, bro, Dan Campbell, I love that guy. That dude is awesome. You know what I mean? Like, best coach for the – like I said, I really would have wished Baker would have went there, but I understand because they got Goff, and Goff has got a huge fucking contract. Can't afford to bring anybody else in.
Right.
Totally understand why it didn't happen. But, man, like, Baker plays well in that.
Peg Leg says Cardinals lose to my Broncos this week. And then
that's our next game.
Timmy says the Lions.
Yeah, right.
Cardinals and Broncos.
Cardinals. Now, keep in mind, fucking Kyler Murray's out.
Kyler Murray is out, but also Russell Wilson is.
Bro, they had some spark against the fucking Chiefs there after that dude got all pissy. They started to hit a little stride. And again, not to say that the game wasn't lost and the Chiefs didn't start to – but they started to make some connection points there and all that. And is Russell even playing? Because he got a boo-boo in that game too.
That's what I'm saying.
And a lot of people are saying, like, if he doesn't get that boo-boo, there's a chance they win that game.
Because
he was in concussion protocol.
Who is starting for the Cardinals and who's the backup for –
I don't know. I didn't research this shit, bro.
Oh. I'm sorry. I thought I was talking to Pat McAfee.
No, you're not talking to Pat McAfee. And even if you were talking to Pat, he has Tone and all them doing that shit. Okay? You know what I mean? Like, we don't have a toxic table. Okay? We need a toxic table for me to turn to and be like, what's the stats on this?
Timmy Turbo says Broncos.
I think the Broncos can pull this out, get them to 4-10. Wow, we are so locked in for the first pick this year. It's ridiculous.
I want to go with the Cards.
Last time we had the first pick, we got fucking that fat bastard.
I'm about to go with the Cardinals.
I'm going Broncos here. I'm with Pegs. Who did Timmy get? Broncos.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going Broncos here. I think they can pull it off. Oh, here's the game for old Turbo. Patriots versus the Raiders. You going to go? You going to go there? Do a little bit of live reporting for us from the game?
I'm going to go Raiders.
Well, I'm going to go Pats here.
Really?
Yep.
All right. What's the next game?
Titans, Chargers.
Chargers.
You think so? I think the Titans have a lot to prove. They're playing in LA, though.
Yeah.
I'll go with Titans just to piss you off.
Fine.
It's not like we remember our picks anyway. So
these are facts.
That's why I said we got to start writing this shit down. Bengals, Buccaneers.
Bucks.
Bengals.
Just because I'm
Joey Badass Burrow. Where we at with old Timmy? Where's he?
Chargers.
Chargers.
He said Pats for the last one.
Yep. See, Pats. Where's he at with the Bengals, Buccaneers? Where you at with Bengals, Bucks?
Bengals.
Yes, sir. The New York Giants.
Peg Light says Brady lose to the Bengals.
Yeah. New Joey Badass Burrow. That's why. And that kicker, dude. That kicker does it for me, too. Like when they called him in to kick that field goal last year, and he's like, Coach, we're going to the playoffs. That shit was a beast. He just went in there and knocked that shit through. That shit was retarded. Giants, Commanders.
Giants.
Giants.
Yeah. Nothing.
What's Peg say? Peg's starting to get in on us too?
Peg said Brady lose to the Bengals. That was it.
Yeah. You gotta be quicker on this there, Timmy.
Listen, also this may not be
this
may not be like them. Maybe this may be the connection. Commanders. Timmy Turbo says Commanders.
Ooh. And then that's the Sunday night game, and the Monday night game is Rams Packers.
Rams.
Packers. They're coming off a bye week. Aaron went and got him some good juice. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's because this is because this dude watches the Pat McAfee show, and it has like he ends up having a deal where he talks to Aaron Rodgers every fucking week.
No, I don't watch those interviews because Aaron annoys the piss out of me. Did you not see? But like he admitted on the show, and I didn't even catch it because again I don't watch the interviews. I saw the reaction from everybody else about him like taking some weird fucking drug that made him trip. You know what I mean? Like Rams.
Says Rams. Timmy Turbo says Packers.
Yeah, I'm going Packers too. 49ers Seahawks.
We already. I'm gonna see.
I got you on that one week, bro. So I'm just trying to.
Let's see. Niners.
Let's go. Let's go.
Niners.
Seahawks.
NFC West champs. Niners. Good God. Yeah, I was seeing all these go off, but yeah. Anyway. And Timmy Turbo says Niners. But
it's a good pick. It's a strong pick.
It's a very strong pick. It's a good pick, man.
I got you on that one week, though. That first week we did it, I got you on that shit.
Either we're not seeing anybody on the Facebook or in the Facebook. They'll see you guys
Bye,
later.
Facebook. Y'all were too mean to them on YouTube. They didn't show up. Bing! You put them on top and nobody showed up.
I did.
Ooh.
There we go. No, Timmy Turbo, we're not going later. I was just saying I turned off.
Yeah, we said later.
We're still here. We still got a few minutes.
You forgot to tell him, hey, later to Facebook. Timmy said later.
Oh, I said later to Facebook. You guys were on top of Facebook.
Oh.
But
you was on top.
You're on top of Facebook.
Does that make it the female or the male?
But Niners win the Niners win the Super Bowl with the wardrobe malfunction. Timmy says I'm still here. Okay, good. We're making sure you're still here. Maybe you were saying later to Facebook.
That's what I thought.
But so like this is getting out towards the end of it. But if you guys, we're gonna try to do another show next week before Christmas, which is next week is the Christmas break. I am going to be heading out to Kentucky to go see my mommy.
That's a stupid color.
But hopefully you guys, if you guys don't come out here again, hope you guys have a good holiday. I thought you were saying later. Yes, that's what I thought you were thinking. Like, no, we were saying later to the other group. But we'll say this, like, especially right now, guys, if you guys are out there driving, or whoever ends up watching this, you guys are out there driving, just be careful with the snow and the ice. I've seen a lot of jackknives this week. I've seen a couple of prime trucks in the ditch. Like, just be careful. Don't push past your limits. Know your limits. If you guys start getting iffy, just pull off. Like, do the smart thing. Pull off. Make sure you guys have a lot of dry foods, especially dry foods, extra blanket. I had it, and I would even say go buy a space heater. If you don't have, like, obviously, I have the APU, but then the thing is, I ran into an issue whenever I went out to Salt Lake that my APU, my bunk heater ended up going out, and I was in Wyoming, and it was very cold. So the thing is, like, make sure that you have a backup. So there's a small space heater that you can buy from Walmart that can plug into our inverters. Use that. Make sure you guys have a way of staying warm. Make sure that you have, Timmy Turbo says, don't forget the kitty litter. Yep, bring the kitty litter. Make sure you guys have plenty of water on the truck. Make sure you guys have some dry goods, some canned goods. That way, if you don't have electricity, a way of doing that. Get an emergency blanket. Get a wool blanket. Those usually end up being pretty cheap. But just have a way to keep your guys' self warm, man. The last thing you need is for somebody to you be stuck on the side of the road, can't get out, and someone comes up on your dead body. Nobody wants that. So,
horrible.
Yeah. So just be smart.
I know it's hard. We're all truck drivers.
Be
but
smart.
You can do it.
Use your weather apps. Use all the lower, well, even most all the 50 states, but definitely all the lower 48 of ones we go through have an app for
if you're unsure,
511. Use it.
If you're unsure, go to Unapologetic Instructors and go to B. B did a whole thing on that, didn't he?
I don't think he did a whole thing on all the weather apps, did he?
I think he did.
But I know he did some of the weather, but like a lot of Utah, Wyoming, Idaho, Nebraska, Iowa, all those, especially up there where you get a lot of snow, North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, Oregon, Washington, they all have a good 511 app. Use that app. Look at your road conditions. If the road is closed in front of you, don't go. Because the thing is, try to look at a route around or something like that. But the thing is, if you know that don't go into a situation that you know that you're gonna have traction issues. Be smart with it.
Don't be scared.
But
I live for the adventure.
You don't live outside of freaking Missouri. So
when I did, I didn't look at none of that. I live for the adventure.
But
let's see what happens.
We appreciate you guys staying all the way of what you did. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that stuff. But we appreciate you guys coming on. And
I need you to go back and give me all his picks.
Good God.
I'm writing these down.
There's a whole bunch.
I know. There was a lot. There's a lot of games.
Timmy started out with Texans.
Yep, got that.
Timmy says Colts. Timmy says Ravens. Dolphins. Falcons. Steelers. Eagles. Cowboys. Pegleg says Cards. No, I'm sorry, Broncos.
Wait, who said Broncos?
Pegleg.
We're not counting Pegleg.
Okay, Timmy. Well, browser lost connection.
Oh, bad browser.
Sorry, we didn't get kicked off.
Damn you, Prime!
But it says we still got audio, so I don't know why we don't have camera.
Where we were. We did Ravens, Eagles, Cowboys.
Yep.
He said Lions too, right?
There we go. We're back.
He said Lions.
Yep. Lions, Broncos, Patriots.
Oh, getting to the end of the paper, it gets hard to write. Patriots.
Chargers.
Bengals.
Commanders.
Whoa.
Wow. Packers. Rams. Oh, sorry. Pegleg says Rams. My bad. Timmy says Niners.
Yeah, I remember that. Did he not pick the last game?
What was the last game?
Rams, Packers.
Rams. No. Packers.
All right. You can write yours down.
All right. So, Kentucky, I thought you were from Cali. I am. My mom moved out to Kentucky. So that's the first time she's out there this year. So I will be out there. Don't forget K-letter and a good hammer. Yes. Also some de-icer. Get some de-icer. Make sure you guys also have your anti-gel on you.
And get a student.
Yeah.
So you don't have to get underneath there and bang that shit.
Yeah, no shit. It says don't eat the yellow snow. Yeah.
And you constitute that as education, not laziness.
Yeah. Is here you. We are here. I don't know. We had technical difficulties. But we're going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. Hope you guys, if I don't see you guys again, have a good holiday. And we will see you on down the road. We are out of here.